What? The hell do you mean Friends Forever 38's gonna be late? A storm delayed the distribution. Well, what am I supposed to do? I take time off to focus on school and this is what I come back to? You know what? Forget it. I'll think of something. So, with Friends Forever 38 being delayed until later this month, today we'll be taking a short look at My Little Pony Deviations. What is that, you ask? Well, last year, IDW had a special month-long event called Deviations, where some of their properties got special one-shot comics that show some interesting what-if scenarios. This year, MLP was one of the chosen few to get the Deviations treatment, giving us a story where instead of Twilight Sparkle, Celestia's chosen protege is Prince Blueblood? Obviously, this story isn't meant to be taken seriously, but even if that's the case, it still has to be funny or at least entertaining. I mean, it's not like we can use it as an excuse to avoid criticism, slice of life. Anyway, with that being said, the story got genuine laughs out of me, especially in the beginning and end. Seeing Celestia so enthusiastic about Blueblood then immediately regretting it afterward is just priceless. Really, the enjoyment of this story comes from seeing how major events are affected by this change and how desperate the other characters are to get rid of Blueblood. Whether it's Celestia sending him to Ponyville to get rid of him, or Nightmare Moon getting ignored by the heroes and being fed up with it, leading to an ending that, while a bit weird, still made me laugh and was well deserved. Art-wise, Agnes Garboska did a pretty good job here. I love how she renders Celestia and Nightmare Moon's features, and the story allowed for Celestia's expressions to show more range than they usually do, which adds to the laughs. Now, notice how I focused mainly on the beginning and ending of the comic, but not much on the middle, and that's because it's not that good. The entire middle section of the comic is just Blueblood being a brat to every pony around him and not much else. We get it, he's not the ideal stallion to be around, but what else is there? The story just rests on Blueblood being as difficult as possible and doesn't go anywhere with it, expecting that to just provide all the laughs in the story. Once we get to Ponyville, the plot just stagnates and it feels like a drag. What made the beginning and ending interesting was that they showed how Blueblood's annoying personality influenced major events in the story and how it changes the flow of those events. But in the middle, it's just there for the sake of being there and nothing really moves forward. They could have had a condensed version of the trials the main six went through in the series premiere, only with Blueblood replacing Twilight and showing how that changes those events. But instead, it's just Blueblood being a dick for several pages. Overall, the MLP Deviations comic is alright. While there are some genuinely funny moments and an ending that makes it worth having to read through Blueblood's antics, the second act feels longer than it actually is, and it could bore some readers into not sticking it out to the satisfying end. It's not a comic that I would go back to, but if you need something to tide you over while you wait for the other MLP comics, it's a decent time waster. Well, this was a pretty good way to emerge from my slumber. Thanks for being so patient with me over this mini hiatus, guys. It's good to be back in gear, and I hope you all are looking forward to my next video. So what did you think of MLP Deviations? Swarm that comment section below or bug me on social media, and consider supporting me through Patreon or PayPal art commissions. Until next time, keep it sketchy, folks.